Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video I'll be talking about something that's been getting a lot of buzz lately, the lifetime ISA, also known as LISA, which is a type of individual savings account. If you're a first-time buyer in the UK, you've probably heard about lifetime ISAs, but is it really worth it? In this video I'm going to be sharing my own experience with the lifetime ISA, how it was for me to use it, what I think about it, the benefits, the drawbacks, and every single thing you need to know about using lifetime ISAs. I'll also show you how one single mistake could cost you a lot of money, and I'm also going to be answering frequently asked questions about lifetime ISAs, which I've gotten a lot both on TikTok, on Instagram. I'm going to be answering all of that here, including how the bonus is paid, what happens if you withdraw early, and how to get started even if you're not ready to buy a house yet. So without further hesitation, let's get right into this video. So first things first, what is a lifetime ISA or LISA? So lifetime ISA is a type of individual savings account that you can use to save for your first home or for retirement. It allows people ages 18 to 39 to save for their first house or for retirement. And also the requirements to open a lifetime ISA is that you reside in the UK and you're within this age bracket. So the cool thing about a lifetime ISA is that you get a 25% bonus from the government for every £4,000 that you save in this account. So in this account, the maximum amount you can save every tax year is £4,000, and once you save £4,000 you get full £1,000 from the government, which is 25% added to you free of charge. Like there's no ties to this, like it's free money that you get on top of your savings, and the idea is to help you get on the property ladder faster. So you can only use this account if you're a first-time buyer. So if you've bought a house before, you can use a lifetime ISA. So essentially, let's make it practical. So if you put £4,000 in this account, you get £1,000 from the government. So let's say over the space of 4 years, that means you have saved £16,000 in the space of 4 years in a lifetime ISA, and then you're gonna get £4,000 from the government for free. So £16,000 from you, £4,000 from the government, which means in 4 years, if you're saving in a LISA, you're gonna have £20,000 instead of £16,000 that you actually contributed to that account. I hope this makes sense. So let's talk about my personal experience using a lifetime ISA. So if you're new here, I bought a house recently, my first property in the UK, and I saved with a lifetime ISA on Moneybox to buy this property. I went through the pros and cons, which I'm going to detail in this video, and I realized I think the lifetime ISA is for me, like it's an account I want to use. So I opened up the account and I started saving into it. And also my husband, who is also a first-time buyer, opened up his own lifetime ISA and started saving into it. So that actually really helped because both of us were first-time buyers. Between us, we're getting £2,000 every year from the government towards our house. It was £1,000 to him, £1,000 to me for every £4,000 that we saved. So it was really good to see my money growing steadily. I don't know, it's just really good to have that pot because it makes the goal very tangible and you know exactly what that money is for. And then also the apps that we used, they also provided high interest rates. So what this meant was, apart from the government bonus, the account was also earning interest. So I think the interest then was about, I think 3 point something or so, which is like small trickles here and there. And you know that little grains of sand, little drops of water makes a mighty ocean and a pleasant land. But that's not why you're here. So let's talk about the pros and cons of using a lifetime ISA. So what is the pro? The first pro is the £1,000 you get from the government. I mean, that is free money that you get every single tax year for saving £4,000. That's the biggest pro. The second pro is that it is tax-free. So whatever money in that account, you don't have to worry about paying tax or paying tax on top of the government bonus you're getting. Like there's no taxes, so it's a tax-free account. Now the third pro of a lifetime ISA, it is that it is a dual purpose account. So you can either use it to buy your first house or you decide to leave the money there for retirement. So if you don't want to buy a house, you can leave that money there for retirement. Now let's talk about the cons. What are the negative or the downsides or disadvantages of a lifetime ISA? Now the very first thing is the age restriction. So you must be ages 18 to 39 to open a lifetime ISA. So what this means is if you're 40 and above, you cannot use a lifetime ISA. If your birthday is tomorrow, you're going to turn 30 tomorrow, you can open the lifetime ISA today. But once you turn 40, you can't open a lifetime ISA. So once again, you remember what I said in a previous video, time is your biggest asset when it comes to building wealth. The second disadvantage of a lifetime ISA is that there's a withdrawal penalty. So what this means is if you withdraw the money for anything other than a house or maybe for retirement when you're old later on in life, you'll be hit with a 25% penalty charge. So what this means is you're gonna get out less money than you actually put in. So before you open a lifetime ISA, be very sure you want to use the account to save for a house. The money there has to be for a house, or you have to leave it to retirement. When you're old, you're gonna withdraw it without any penalty charges. So there's a withdrawal penalty, 25% if you withdraw it for anything else. The next con or disadvantage of a lifetime ISA is the annual limit. So the maximum you can get the bonus on is £4,000. So if you put more than that, you're not going to get any bonus on that, and it's only £4,000 actually you can put in that account. So it's £4,000 every tax year that you can put in a lifetime ISA. So if you have extra money that you're saving for your house, then you should then consider using a high yield savings account or a cash ISA to save the rest. Okay, now the next drawback of a lifetime ISA is the price restriction on the property. So you cannot use the money in this account to buy a house that is more than £450,000. So if the house is more than £450,000, you unfortunately cannot use the money in a ISA to buy it. So what this means is if you're looking to buy a house in London, maybe a lifetime ISA would not be the best for you, because property prices in London are quite steep. But if you're looking at buying a house less than £450,000, then you can use a lifetime ISA. Another con of using a lifetime ISA is that the account has to be open for at least 12 months before you use it to buy a house. So if you withdraw it in less than 12 months, you will be hit with a 25% penalty charge. So that means if you're opening the account today, you can only withdraw the money to buy a house next year at the same time. Okay, so the account needs to be open for at least 12 months before you can use the money in a lifetime ISA to buy a house. And also the last drawback of a lifetime ISA is that you have to be a first-time buyer, okay, to use it to buy a house, or you can leave it there for retirement. All right, so these are the drawbacks, and it's worth considering this before you open the account. Now let's look at a practical example of what this penalty charge could look like. So if you put money to a lifetime ISA and then maybe 1 year down the line you decide you don't want to buy a house again, you want to withdraw the money, how much are you going to lose? Let's look at a practical example. So assuming you've put £4,000 in this account and then the government gives you £1,000, so that means you have £5,000 in total. And then you decide, oh, I want to withdraw this money, I don't want to buy a house anymore. So if you decide to withdraw the money, you're gonna be hit with a 25% penalty charge. So what this means is what you then have in your account will be £3,750. So £1,250 is gonna be lost in charges, and what you'll be able to withdraw is £3,750. But remember, you only put in £4,000. So that means that in that penalty charge, the government's £1,000 is part of that charges. So essentially, even though it's a 25% penalty charge, your actual cost is 6.25%. So you're gonna lose 6.25% of your own money, because that 25% charge also includes the government bonus that they will take back. So remember, you actually put £4,000, but what you're getting out is £3,750. So even though you lost the £1,000 from the government, you only actually lost £250 of your own money. So it is 6.25% of your own money, but a 25% charge when you include the government money. Let me know if this makes sense. Leave a comment down below. Does this breakdown make sense to you? Make sure you really consider this before you decide to open a lifetime ISA. So next thing is it worth it? Is a lifetime ISA worth it? Now, it depends on your circumstance, okay? There are key things you need to consider, to determine if it's worth it for you. The very first thing is short-term versus long-term. So are you looking to buy a house within the next 5 years? If you are, then probably a lifetime ISA is a good bet for you, is a good decision for you. Also, where are you looking at buying a property? Like I said, if you're looking at buying in London, the £450,000 restriction on the price of the property might not work for you if you're looking to buy in London. So depending on the location you choose, then yes, a lifetime ISA might be worth it for you. Another thing is, are you really sure the money in that account will be for a house? If you're not very sure, you need to really consider the penalty. Remember, I said you're going to lose 6.25% of your own money, but actually 25% penalty charge. So make sure you really think about that. Like, do you need access to this money for something else? The money you're putting there, are you sure you can leave it for a house? If you can't do that, maybe a lifetime ISA is not the best choice for you at this point. So next thing, let's talk about where to open a lifetime ISA and what the current interest rate looks like. So there are several places you can open a lifetime ISA, but one of the most popular one is Moneybox, which is what I use. However, there's another product called, this is not sponsored in any way, there's another product called Save with Tembo. They're kind of new, so they currently have some good offers for first-time buyers. You can open a Lifetime ISA with Save with Tembo. Now, the good thing about these two platforms that I've mentioned is that they also offer interest. So apart from the government's like bonus, you're also going to be getting interest on your money on Moneybox or on Save with Tembo. There are also places like Beehive Money that you can open there. There's also Skipton Building Society that you can open with. So now let's go into the frequently asked questions regarding Lifetime ISAs. Created a list of questions that I've gotten asked a couple times in hopes that you can take one or two things from this video. Now, one of the very first questions I get often is, how would they know that I'm withdrawing the money for something else and not like to buy a house? How would they know I'm not using the money to buy a house? Well, hello there. When you're withdrawing money from a Lifetime ISA for a house, you have to provide your solicitor's details. So they're not going to pay that money to you. That money has to go to your solicitor. Okay, the money from your Lifetime ISA for a house, it would have to be paid to a solicitor. So you provide your solicitor details, and whatever platform you're using, they're gonna pay to the solicitor. So that's the way they are sure you're using that money to buy a house. If you have to withdraw it to your own bank account, they would hit you with a charge because they don't know just, you can use the money and do anything else. So that's the way they ensure or they safeguard that money and ensure that that money is going into a house purchase. If you withdraw it to yourself, then you're gonna be hit with a 25% penalty charge. The second frequently asked question is, do I need to deposit £4,000 all at once? No, you do not. You can start with as little as you can. So you can even open the account with like £10, £20, whatever you can put it. It's not like you have to put £4,000 at once. No, you save as you can. And also the government bonus is 25% of your total contributions. So whatever amount you have in that account, the government will give you 25% of that. Do you get it? So 25% of your total contributions, but you can save up to £4,000 each year in that account. The next question is, when is the bonus paid in? The government bonus is typically paid in monthly, so every month you will see the bonus paid out on top of your contributions in that account. So another frequently asked question is, can I open a Lifetime ISA now even if I'm not ready to buy a house? Yes, you can. This is actually one of the biggest hacks, because one of the limitations on the account is that you need to have it open for 12 months. What this means is, if you're not ready to buy a house, you can open the account now and even put like £1. So you can start counting from now. And so by the time you're ready to buy, you've already had the account open for more than 12 months. So that's a hack you might want to do. Like if you're not very sure yet, or you think you want to use it later in life, but you're not ready now, you can literally open the account, just put £1 there so that your 12 months is already counting, if that makes sense. So you can open an account even if you're not ready, even if you don't have a house or you don't have savings plan yet for a house, you can open the account and put in like £1, £10 there and just have that open. Now the next frequently asked question I also get is, can I open a Lifetime ISA with my husband or my boyfriend or my partner? Yes, you can. Just like I already mentioned earlier in the video, as long as you're a first-time buyer and your partner is a first-time buyer, you can both open Lifetime ISAs, like separate Lifetime ISAs. And this is the joy of being coupled up or being in a partnership in that sense, is that you then get more money between yourselves. So I'm going to put a screenshot of something on Moneybox. So on Moneybox, you can actually sync your accounts together, so you can see how much is in your partner's account and how much is in yours, and two of you can be saving together. I just like that transparency because it keeps both of you accountable. So Moneybox offers that feature. Jason and I had Lifetime ISAs on Moneybox, and we both could see our progress and how much we both had in the accounts. Okay, and both of you can use that money together to buy a house, as long as both of you are first-time buyers. So finally, to wrap up, the question is a Lifetime ISA worth it? If you're looking to buy your first property or you want a dedicated retirement account, then the answer is yes. You just have to be careful of the restrictions and all the penalties that comes with the account. So I hope this has answered your questions or given you some insight into Lifetime ISAs. Let me know if you have any questions. Leave them in the comments below and I'll try my best to answer as many as I can. Till next time, thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye.